for them for finishing what they started and to stay in the game, to show up to the appointments, to learn, to want to be able to get their thinking correct. And I'll give you an example. We just closed on a house in Conroe. I'd say about a month and a half ago, I guess. I'll just share this quick story. It's a single mom. She has 3 kids. She had been turned down and had the rug pulled out from underneath her multiple times trying to get a home. It was always rented. And she came to us. We worked with her. And through that process, we were able to get her approved. And the realtor was able to get her a house, right?
Wow.
Well, she didn't tell any of her kids because she's had all these disappointments all along. So she kept it a surprise until she actually picked up the keys. And the day that they were going to drive up to the house, she told her oldest daughter, because she wanted her to videotape the whole thing. She told her oldest daughter, don't tell the kids, don't tell the young kids, but we got the house. And so they pulled up to the house, parked the car, the big minivan in the driveway. And the daughter, you can see behind her, she's behind the camera, obviously. She's filming the young kids coming out. And on the house are balloons and streamers. And the mom's going, what do you think? What do you think? And the kids are like, oh, I don't know. What should we think? I mean, we're not sure, you know. We're in front of this nice house. And it's a brand new house, fresh built house.
New construction?
New construction. And they walked in and she walked up to the door and she says, ring the doorbell, honey, because this is your new home. And they're like, what? And the kids are starting to cry. They go, no, I can't be here. Oh, it was just tears were flowing. It was crazy. But they walked in the house. They showed each one going to the bedroom. They had a bed set up in each of the bedrooms for the kids. The house didn't have any furniture yet because they just bought it. But they wanted to have the rooms set up right.
Yeah.
And they walked in. I'll tell you what, the feeling that you get when you help someone close on a home that has been turned down, knocked down, rug pulled out from me multiple times. People told them they'd never get a house. People tell them to forget it, just give up, just keep renting. That's what we've always done. And to finally get them into a home for the first time, you never will forget that moment. And that's what we do. That's why our non-for-profit exists. The great thing for realtors is it benefits you because now every single person that comes through your marketing funnel, whether they qualify and you can close right now or they don't, those people are who we want to partner with you with. You provide them to us and we will take care of them for you. We'll do all the heavy lifting, we'll do all the educating, and we'll keep in communication with you on each session to let you know, hey, we met with them again, things are going well. We can't give you a lot of details because a lot of the information we discuss obviously is confidential, but we can keep you in the loop. Now here's the best part. Okay, I kind of went through my slide here already, but
well, the good thing is we got the recording back, we got the people back on Zoom.
Awesome.
So they didn't hear none of it.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad you guys all came today and we appreciate your food. No. No, welcome everyone, welcome. I'm sorry that you missed the first part. If you like, Michael, I can run through the slide real quick and kind of go through this. Absolutely. So every single person that you prospect for a home, whether they qualify or they don't, you're going to be able to close. How's that sound for starters?
Sounds good.
Okay. Now the ones that qualify, you can close right away. The ones that don't, I know we talked about that a little while ago, but basically those are the people that you want to partner with us on. There's no cost to you for this program whatsoever. Okay. And when you bring us your people that are not qualified, they're non-qualified prospects at this point, we're going to turn them into qualified buyers for you through an education and one-on-one counseling program that we've got developed to help these people learn how to turn their credit around. We're not credit repair agencies. We're not going to fix it for them. We're going to show them how to correct it themselves. We're going to put together a program. We're going to give them a path to follow. We're going to give them homework to do. And we're going to follow up with them to make sure they get the homework done. And the goal for them, and the reason why I want to do this is because at the end of the finish line is their new home. So they've got an incentive. So we're going to teach them these processes. You're going to have probably a more educated buyer when they come back to you from us than you would right off the street for someone who's already qualified. Because they're going to also know the entire closing process. They're going to understand your role in the process. They're going to understand the lender's role in the process. They're going to understand what's going to happen at title and closing. They're going to understand what a deed looks like. They're going to understand what a HUD statement is going to look like and where the numbers are, what they need to look for on that closing statement. They're gonna be very well educated by the time they come back to you. And so we're gonna go through that process. We have a partnership, a quality service pledge agreement. If you can put that up for just a second.
Oh, absolutely.
This is an agreement we drew up between our counselors, our advisors, and each of you. The reason we did this is because we want to assure you that when you provide us a client, they are going to go right back to you, not to anybody else. They're going to go back to you. We're going to keep Michael, because he's the broker, right? We're going to keep Michael informed in the loop on every one of our conversations. But this is our pledge. And we're going to guide your client towards the shortest path to home ownership. That's our focus. And all of our GRP CDC advisors are trained. They are either already certified HUD advisors or they're becoming certified HUD advisors. So they understand all those programs. They understand the process. They're also loan originators. They're also certified loan originators. So they understand the lending side. Why would we want to counsel somebody if we don't understand how to get them qualified, right? So that's why we have someone like Michael, who is will be certified, HUD certified, and also as a loan originator. Okay. Our program is very simple, but it's unique in the fact that no one else seems to do what we do. That's why we found this massively underserved population of people who are renting, who don't want to rent, who want to become homeowners. And we're going to help that population together, partnering with you, each one of you. So we're going to place the client's needs first. That's our promise. We're always going to provide confidential and professional advisement. We're going to provide home ownership education, budgeting, credit counseling, etc. And again, I'll repeat, we are not a credit repair agency, nor do we want to be. We're going to teach how credit works and teach how to turn your credit around. And then we're going to provide you with ongoing communication as to the progress of your confidentially referred clients. So you're going to have that communication with us until the final day arrives. And I can't wait to tell you how that's going to look. You're going to love this part, but I'll say that for last. And we're going to keep Michael in touch with what's going on as well too. Okay. So that way, everything's transparent except for the confidential information, and we're going to help you close more homes. That's the bottom line. Sweet. My question to you is, how many additional homes per year would you like to close? How many people, I'm going to ask this right now, how many people do you know that are renting that would like to be a homeowner? Name me a number. How many people do you know?
Unlimited amount.
There you go.
Yeah.
Can you think of anybody off the top of your head right now who would like to be a homeowner, but they're renting right now?
I think about 15 people in that.
Perfect. Yourself? Same thing? Okay. So what we want you to do is we want to put some action on it so we can get your pipeline filled up so we can help get these people across the finish line. And then let's go back to that PowerPoint slide again. So the way that we, like I said, the program is no cost to the realtors. It's a 15-step program. It can last up to 12 months, depending upon the client. Okay. And the 15 steps basically is we're going to go through, sit down with them through a Zoom meeting or in person at our offices in City Center, one-on-one for an hour a week for the first month. So we're going to put 4 hours into them in the first month. And during those 4 sessions, we're going to be able to set up a plan. We're going to first find out what they want to accomplish. Right. We're going to put together a plan into action for if they got credit issues, if they got budgeting issues, if their debt is way too high. We're going to figure out what the issues are, and we're going to solve those issues, because as loan originators, we know exactly what needs to be done to get them qualified. Now we're in the position to help them, and we're going to put together a plan. And then we're going to meet with them after that first month. We'll be meeting with them an hour a month for then up to 11 more months, because some things are going to take time. It takes time to be able to pay down some debts. It takes time to be able to turn credit scores around. But we're going to teach them the basics and the details of how to not only turn their credit around, but to keep their credit turned around, keep their debt from going too high, teach them how to financially watch over their money better so they can keep more of what they earn and plug up the holes in their financial boat. Okay. And then teach them about the home buying process. We teach them about your role, the lender's role, and what's going to happen at the title company. They're going to understand the HUD. They're going to understand all the documents. They're going to understand everything. And they're going to come back to you probably the most educated buyers that you've ever worked with. That's what our promise is to you. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Okay. And so how we set that up is we prefer that you set up a 3-way phone call or a Zoom with us. So that because you've already got the relationship with them, right? You know them, they know you, you've already built that relationship. You've had an unfortunate situation because the loan originator or the mortgage company's turned them down for whatever reason. But now you can say, hey, no worries. I have a solution for you. This is the value I bring as a realtor to you. Okay. Just because we've had this little bump in the road with the credit report or with your DTI or with your budgeting or whatever, down payment, whatever it is, don't worry. I have a solution for you because I'm your realtor and I'm going to help you get across the finish line. That's my promise to you. Let me introduce you to the GRP CDC. Let me introduce you to Michael Gerald. Let me introduce you to Jim Craig. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up a 3-way call and you're going to introduce us. And then we're going to take over from there and we're going to do all the heavy lifting for you. We're going to explain the program in detail. We're going to talk about maybe a little bit about your situation, what things that they're aware of that maybe need to be changed. And then we're going to sit down and encourage them to join our program for $295 one time. And then when they finish, we're going to tell them that right over the phone. When they complete the program and they're qualified and we put together a package for them where they can get a loan, we're going to credit that $295 back to the closing. That's a win-win-win. You can't beat that.
Yeah.
And if they really want to get in a home, this is going to be their best avenue to do that.
Right.
Okay.
Accountability.
Exactly. And then we're going to have that 3-way phone call or that Zoom, and then we're going to take it from there, and then we're going to keep you in communication either by you let us know how you want to communicate, text, email, or by phone. And after every appointment, we're going to contact you back and say, hey, we had our first appointment and it went great, or we had this issue, or this popped up, or whatever. But we have a plan, or we're putting together a plan, and our next appointment is on such and such date. So that's how we're going to keep in touch with you. So we have the pledging us, we're going to give you clients back to you. We have the program in place. And here's the best part. When we finally get them a loan, and if they qualify for down payment assistance or whatever the case might be, when we get them qualified, we're not going to tell them anything yet. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to call you first. Okay. You're the hero. You're the one who referred them to us. You're the one who thought enough about them because of your value add and your professionalism as a realtor to get them engaged with someone like us instead of just putting them into a rental, which everybody does, right?
Yeah.
And so you want to help them out. So we're going to give them back to you. We're going to call you first. We're going to say, Michael, we got Bob and Mary qualified. They qualify for a $285,000 loan. Can you find a home for them to move into? The answer is yes. Can you find 5 or 6 that you can set up for a tour? Go ahead and do that. Put together a package of what you want them to see based upon your conversation with them, what they wanted, the area and all that. Go find something for them. As soon as you get them, call us back. Because what we're going to do is as soon as you got your homes lined out, together, you and I are going to call the client and congratulate them. And the phone call is going to go like this. Hey, Bob and Mary. Hey, this is Michael Davis. Hey, I got Jim Craig on the phone from the GRP CDC, and we've got some great news for you. Did you realize that you now qualify for a $285,000 loan? No, we didn't. Oh my gosh, that's great. Congratulations. We're going to congratulate them. We're going to make them feel like $100 million. And you're also going to say, Michael, and I've got 6 homes already lined out for you and the kids to go take a look at. How fast can you get in your car and come see us? How fast do you want to get together so we can show you these homes? Because when you pick out one of those homes, it's yours and we're going to go to closing. That's what we're going to do. That's how we hand them back to you. You're the hero. Okay. And then so you can find them in the homes. We've got the loan already put together. All we need is the property.
Right.
How fast can we close? Right?
Yeah.
Ready to go. Because we've already done all the background. We've got everything all lined out, ready to go.
Yeah.
It's a partnership. So when we go ahead and get that done, now you close homes. Now, my question again to you, now that we're back on Zoom, and I'm talking to everybody on Zoom right now.
Yeah, if you look in that camera, you're talking to them.
All right, so I'm talking to you right now. All right, good. So how many people do you know right now that are renting that would like to be homeowners? Let's see something in the chat.
Welcome to respond to.
Yes.
Unmute ourselves and responding to them. Shantae, how many people you know? Oh, Shantae say 2.
Awesome.
You know, 2 people. right
Excellent,
now.
Shante. All right. Who else?
Jessica?
So I definitely have one in mind, being that it's a step of process. So you definitely have clients that are willing to want to go through this process of the 6 months. So some people don't want to do this. They just want, try to figure it out on their own, not really pay anybody. But I like the fact that you actually give them a structured program, and then you stay engaged with
Right.
them. And that way, and understanding it's a realtor, connection as well, and then pulling us in as well, because we can keep them engaged too and keep them focused.
Absolutely. And they get that money back at closing.
Yeah, and that's a win-win situation.
Yeah, there's no risk to them at all, unless they just decide to drop out and not do anything. Then, that's the only, that's on them. It's not on anyone else.
Right.
All right, so Shantae had a question, said on these fixed loans. So Shantae, are you saying as it relates to the difference between fixed or adjustable rate?
Yes.
Okay. It can be either. It depends upon what they need,
Okay.
and we can provide them with that. But typically, they're going to be 30-year AM. We try to keep the note down low for them, and with the down payment assistance, if they qualify for that too, then yeah, we can make it happen.
So your lenders, they're all certified. What down payment assistance programs?
There's federal, there's state,
Right.
there's city.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You got-
county,
And then you have other ones like T-Check and some of the other ones that are.
exactly, Gold Star and all that, exactly.
Y'all are certified. in all
Yes,
of them?
yes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So now if they go through the program and get their situation to where they can get a loan,
All right.
are they required to use you all as the lender?
No, they're not required to use this at all. They can use anybody they want to.
Okay.
Typically they do, because you've built a relationship, we built a relationship. They trust both of us now because we walked them through this process.
Right.
They're going to probably end up using
Right.
both of us together to get the job done. I mean, but they're welcome to go shop. I mean, they want to do it, they're welcome to do that. It's not a
And
problem.
if they use another lender, then they don't get the 295 back.
Not from us, no. It would come from the other lender if they want to give it to them. Exactly. Exactly. But it's the reason we do that is because we want to give them something at the end to not only as getting the home, that's a big reward right there, but also for going through the program. The 295, it's basically just to basically cover the cost of doing the counseling.
Absolutely.
And I don't know very many credit repair agencies that would do anything for $295,
Right.
and be effective.
Yeah. And by going through this program with you guys, they end up with that down payment certificate that they can use since y'all are certified.
If they go through the class and they get the certificate, then yes, that's how they would earn that. And we can provide the class for them too.
Okay, so y'all can lock that.
Yeah.
Is there a cost or is it? No
There's a cost for the class,
cost?
so
So that's, all right, but you guys put those classes on?
we can do that.
Oh.
Mhm. Yeah. Any other questions?
So if we're interested in referring a client over to you, what's that process look like?
Perfect, great question. So what you want to do is you want to give us a call, give Michael a call, give myself a call, and get a three-way conversation going on the phone, or set up a Zoom, and we can see each other face to face.
Okay.
And then we'll have that conversation. You want to introduce us to them, and then that way we can explain our program. You can just say, look, I understand that you didn't qualify for the loan this time. However, we have a great solution for you. Let me tell you about this program, and then you get us in the line. We'll talk about the program. We'll talk about the process we'll go through, how we're going to work with them. And that it's going to be it's going to be equal effort on both sides, right? They're going to need to do some work on their end as well too, because there's some things that need to be fixed, that need to be taken care of. We're going to educate them on how to do that, and they're going to come out better, and they're going to come out a lot better for the whole situation. This is something that's going to be generational. They're going to be able to teach their kids how to handle money better, how to understand credit, how to understand the budgeting process, the whole bit. And it ends up being a family affair. It really does.
Yeah.
It's really crazy. I mean, you'll get to know the kids, the birth dates. I mean, you know everything about them, and you become best friends essentially when you get through this process. It's really a neat way. And here's the best part. These clients who are now prospects, who are in a rental, will become the best source of referrals too.
Right.
If you get them into a home when no one else was able to, they're going to tell every single person to come call you, because you're the ones who got them into the home.
Absolutely.
It's not about us as a CDC. It's all about you guys. And that's why we make you the heroes of this
So let me
process.
make sure I understand. When the client comes to you, we do our three-way call, we introduce them to you, you come up, you guys go to yourselves and have a conversation about whatever their goals are and their needs. Do you do a snapshot of their credit? And then you see what's going on in their credit, and then you start advising them in that way, just in order to get them on a correct budgeting plan and things like that?
At first, if they do have, before they sign up for this, if they have like a Credit Karma or something, to give us an idea of what their credit score is, we can discuss that over the phone.
Okay.
Once they sign up with us, we'll do a soft poll, which won't affect their score. Then we get the entire report, we see the 3 scores, and we can see the whole picture right in front of them. And then from there, we can go through and lay out a plan of action through their credit report of what needs to be done, the actions and steps, and the process to go through. And then we'll explain that to them, explain what the outcome should be once they accomplished it. And we'll walk them through filling out the forms and the templates and letters or whatever needs to be done, so that they understand that process themselves.
Okay, so it's really you telling them, like, basically pay some of these things off with your amount that you make. You should be able to, do this with the amount of money that you do bring in every month. That's the kind of things you're going to be telling them for
Right.
over the.
Well, we're going to let them tell us.
Right.
Through the education. We're going to say, okay, let's talk about your assets. Let's talk about your incomes. Let's talk about your liabilities, and let's see what everything looks like. And then we put it on a budgetary form that we share through. It's a web portal. It's something through NeighborWorks, which is part of
We
HUD.
have a
If you don't know
website that they
It's
go
called,
to. And
it's
they,
Counselor Max is the software we use, if you've heard of that. There's a Client Max portal that they go through. They can upload all their documents to that. Everything's confidential. And that way we can see what they send us, and we can insert it right into a budgetary outlet or a form. And then they can look at it alongside of us. And then we can say, what do you think? $2,500 a month for groceries is kind of much. Eating out, another $1,500 a month, and eating out, maybe we can cut back a little bit on that, And, I mean, just things like that just pop out in a lot of cases. And so based upon their comments about their own budget, because maybe no one's ever showed them this before.
You
Right.
organize their finances.
Exactly. And now they see it, and it's like glaring right in front of them. And we could probably find $400 or $500 over here. We can find $200 over here. Here's an extra $100 we can find over here.
Yeah.
And now we can start applying it to the debt, right? I'll give you one creative example that we use. This is something that you can use with your clients too. I'll just share it with you. The client that I had, I didn't tell the story online. I have a client that came to us, and their DTI score, the debt to income, was 200%.
That's great.
I redid the calculation 3 times while I was on Zoom and going, this doesn't look right. I can't. Oh my gosh, 200%. It's crazy. So we looked at it. We looked at what they had as far as assets and all that. And we saw that the wife had a 401k that she could borrow at a low interest rate and pay herself back the interest. And that loan did not go on her credit report. So we were able to knock off a bunch of debt, high interest rate credit cards using that strategy. And we went from 200% to 53% in 6 weeks.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's just creative things that we come up with. Exactly. That they didn't know about. The realtor never knew about it. The loan originator even if they could see it, they're like, next, you know, we want people who can qualify right now. And so they got swept under the rug. They came to us, we're able to figure this out. And they're grateful. They're grateful. They're becoming best friends.
So Jim, let me ask you this question. Yeah. Is it, since you all are a lender as well, do people have to go through the program, or could y'all work with people that are already ready to go?
Already ready. We can do lending as well too. We do. We also just explain our corporate structure. Our non-for-profit is a loan originator in itself. And we have our own NMLS license, and we also have licensed loan originators who are also our advisors. We also own a for-profit GRP Community Lending company where we do residential and owner-occupied, and then also non-owner occupied and investment and commercial lending too. So we do those as well through our GRP Community Lending. And we have a residential construction company. So if you, like a lot of people are saying now, there's not enough inventory, we're running out of inventory, and everything's being bought at, 30,000 over list, and it's going, oh, this is crazy. Can you find a lot somewhere? Can you find an infill piece of land that we could build on for you?
Land loans.
Yeah. And so what we can do is we can help acquire the land, do the loan for the construction, and we can build a property for them as well too. Owner occupied. And we also do investment building as well too. So we can do we can build investment properties as well. We're actually, if you go to our website, which is grpcdc.org, it's on our business cards. You'll see a affordable housing project. Pardon me, couldn't think of the word. Affordable housing project we're building down in Freeport, and you can see the homes. We actually hired a architect from the Woodlands who designed a lot of the homes in the Woodlands and used that same style for affordable housing down in Freeport. And so it's very, you'll see it on our website. It's very attractive. And in fact, if you want to go to the website right now, you can show some of the properties on there. You can see our website right now. grpcdc.org. This is our site. And for those who are getting ready to sign up as a client of ours, right? Of ours meaning for our partnership, they go to shop at the top and they'll go right to the 295 and they can pay right online. So it's real simple. You just scroll down, you'll see the information. It's right there. You just click on that and they can pay right over the internet. What we'll do is we'll guide them through it after we've had a conversation, a three-way conversation or a Zoom conversation. But going back to the main page, I'll show you some of the homes that we're doing for affordable housing down in Freeport. And just scroll down a little bit, you'll see some of them.
Or do you want me to go to active projects?
Oh, you can do that. There you go. That's one of the houses. Yeah.
That they're building in Freeport?
Yes.
Beautiful.
So once it's complete, like how much is that house gonna be sold for?
Right around the range price between about 250 and 325.
Sweet. Those are nice.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
How many houses are there?
Right now we got 6 going, and we're just starting. So, but
Well, once it's all built out, how many would you have built?
well, we've got options on some land. We can build up to about 100 homes now. But we also will build anywhere in Texas, and so we can build on a subdivision lot. We can build in the infill area in the city, wherever the client would like to live. If you can find land, we can help them with the loan, and we'll just work with them until we get them qualified.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah,
What's the builder?
Residential Construction Company.
Okay,
Yeah, it's our own company.
okay.
Dollar bill.
Yep. Yep.
And roads and commissions.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. Yeah, that's a different department. I don't mess with that. I'll refer you over to them. They'll work something out, I'm sure.
Wow.
Yeah. This is one of our office buildings we own here in town. So 42,000.
You said it's
square
off
foot.
the town center?
What's that? Oh,
City.
City Center. Now, this is one of the office buildings we own. We're not housed in that particular building.
Okay.
We're actually working on a project right now with disabled veterans. And we've got a tenant in there right now that does work with veterans with PTSD, psychological issues, that type of thing. And so this is the building.
It's a single tenant building? Or-
No, well, right now it's a single tenant in there. They're hoping to fill it all up,
Gotcha.
but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
You're doing a lot.
We're excited, yeah.
Give us a little background of the company, like, did you give us a history of GRP?
Yeah, sure. So GRP stands for Global Research Park. And it is a project that was given by God to Kirk Pascal, who is our CEO and Chairman Emeritus. It's a vision that he has developed that provides, and I'll have to shorten it because I can go on for like 10 hours talking about this thing. But it's a project that allows different countries to develop an economic engine for the country where the dollars and the revenue and the jobs stay within that country. And we came up with colleges and universities who do the research and development, businesses that want or need products developed, and then marketing to be able to put those into the field. So it's like a research park. And the first one that we're going to be developing here soon will probably be based here in Texas. But we've got other countries and we're opening up as well too. We're working with the prime ministers and the presidents of different countries, central banks, and we're just waiting for things to start popping over there. So we got projects worldwide going on right now.
When did y'all found?
Oh my gosh, GRP's been around since early 2000s. Our project we have right now, the GRP non-for-profit CDC, Community Development Corporation, we spent the last year and a half getting that non-for-profit status up and running. So we started that about a year and a half ago, getting that process going.
How long you been with them, Jim?
I've been with them a little bit over a year, but I've known Kirk Pascal, the founder, for 4 or 5 years already. Yeah,
So you're kind of working with them as they would get the CDC going and now.
exactly. And so yeah, it's an amazing vision of what we are going to have. In fact, the vision for our GRP CDC is within the next 2 years, we're going to have counselors in every single county in the state of Texas. And we're going to have offices in every single county in every part of Texas as well too. Because there's so much need out there. Right now, we are in the infancy stage of rolling out our program to broker agencies or realtors like yourselves, so that you know that we're out here. And when you come across clients, or if you know clients right now, let's get on the phone, let's talk to them, let's introduce them to the program, and get them in the funnel and start working with them so we can hand them back to you as qualified buyers. Because here's how I'm thinking about this, Michael, and you've been in the industry for many years. You know it doesn't go straight across. It goes up like right now, and then it goes right back down again, and then it goes right back up again, right? And so what happens in the downtime? People are, what do we do? How do we, now you've got the GRP CDC, because now if you plant the seeds now and bring your clients in now, and then start working with them in 3 months, in 6 months, in 9 months, in 12 months, when things might not be at the top again, and you're going down, who knows? No one knows, right? No one knows when it's going to happen. You've got a funnel, a pipeline of qualified candidates coming to you back to every single month, ready to close with a loan.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what the interest rate is. People bought homes when their interest rate was 16, 17, 18%. It doesn't matter. Are they qualified? That's the key. And so when you start bringing those clients now, and that's what I can't emphasize enough, these people who want to be in homes who are renting, those are who you want to talk to. And then you want to introduce them to us so we can get them into the program, get them ready, and give them right back to you and start adding to your pipeline. What if we could increase your closings by 30% over the next 12 months? How would that benefit you?
Benefits you well.
What if we could do it at 50%? What if we could double it? How many people do you know who would like to own a home? Whether they qualify or not. That's who you want to focus on. It's a different mindset for a realtor. Right now you're looking at who qualifies, right? Who can get a loan? Who can I close? Now your whole funnel just opened wide up to everybody. So who do you know that is renting, that would like to be a homeowner? They may not know all the steps. They may not have the best credit. Maybe they have got credit and their spouse doesn't. I don't know. It could be a variety of things. Maybe they get too much debt. Maybe they just don't have a budget. They're afraid they don't have enough money to buy a house. Bring them to us. Let us work with them. Let us coach them through this process. And then bring them right back to you, fully qualified with a loan in place, ready to go. And let's add to your closings. How many can you add to the pipeline?
Yeah.
Set yourself now a goal for regular closings and now people to be closed, right? Instead of prospects, there are future clients because now you've got someone who can do all the heavy lifting for you.
Right.
All you got to do is do the referral. That's it.
I have a question about the new construction side. Do you already have, I don't know if I missed this part, of subdivision already? You already have subdivisions, or you can, besides just land, you can?
We will build on individuals' land or infill or subdivision lots. We're building this right now down at Freeport, but we're not planning any more subdivisions anywhere else because our whole focus really is going to be, if we need to, build homes, because our construction company is kind of busy right now anyway. So we're going to be working with individuals through our counseling for those who want a new home or who want to move to a certain area. Maybe they don't want to live in a subdivision, they want to live a little bit further out and they know about some land, or maybe they even have land in their family and they want to build a home on the property. We can help them with that. That's where I was going to lead them to. But, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I'll give a quick example. I just moved. I live actually in College Station, even though I commute to Houston. Call me crazy. It's all right.
Just moved to California.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Nice little drive.
It is a little drive, but I get a lot of phone time and a lot of Zoom time. So that's good. That works out fine for me. I don't mind. But my girlfriend was unloading boxes, and I guess the lady was coming by to pick a whole bunch of boxes from our garage. And so she was saying that, she'd like to get in a home right now. She's renting. She's moving because she's moving out of a bad rental into a better rental, but she really, really, really wants to build a house for her kids. Single mom, makes good money, but just doesn't know how to do it. And her girlfriend said, you need to talk to him. And I was pulling up in the driveway. But, and so I explained what we did and introduced myself. And she's like, the biggest takeaway I got out of that was, and she's probably in her mid-30s. No one has ever taught me, number one, how to buy a house. Number two, how to budget. I don't know how to budget. I have no idea. I don't even know where to start. If I can have just someone teach me how to do that, I'd be happy. And her family happens to own a bunch of land. And she'd like to build a house on for not only herself, but some of her relatives too. Like, well, we can help you with that. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's just conversations like that pop up that lead to helping someone. And ultimately, that's what we're all about. It's all about a humanitarian project that we developed. That's why we developed the CDC. It's a nonprofit to be able to help this underserved community who no one has time, right, to help them in a proper way, to be able to benefit them. And in the process, all of you get to help the community, but also help yourselves in getting more closings. And it's a win-win for everybody. That's what I love about what we did. It's all about the community. Bottom line, it's what about it. Without the community, none of us have anything to look forward to. When we put our focus on helping others, it's going to come back and help us as well. And that's what we believe in. That's the whole vision of our company and what we stand for.
Do you guys do co-marketing? Co-marketing?
We can talk about that.
I think that would be good.
Yeah.
Like as realtors, a lot of times where we're able to capture clients to send to you is through marketing.
Exactly. But we want to do the handoff the right way. We don't want we don't want the clients necessarily just calling us directly,
Right.
because we want to make sure it comes from you, right? So you get the referral, number one, and it has to come in through an email. So we have something official as a document, then we set up a phone call or Zoom, so that we can go ahead and have that one-on-one conversation with you and the client together. Because we want to make sure that, you get your clients back to you, you get your clients back to you, you get your clients back to you, you get your clients back to you.
So do they have to fill out an application, like the person went to pay for it, and that link that you showed us, is there like an application?
There's an agreement that they fill out saying that, they commit to doing the work along with us too. They're not gonna it's not a sign this and then, okay, make me qualified, but there's some work they're gonna have to go through. So we line out what it's gonna take for them to be able to do the work so that they're fully aware right up front that this is a process. It's not gonna happen next week. It's gonna take some time, but if they're willing to stay in the game and make it happen and follow the information that will get them to the finish line, then that's what we're all about. That's what we're here for.
And as we talk with buyers, sometimes they still kind of do what they want to do.
That's what I was thinking, like, how can we just really streamline them into you?
If anybody does go to the site their own, is there an opportunity for them to say, oh, leave Lala's my will?
Well, we'll ask them, were you referred by anybody? And if they say that, then yes, then we'll shoot you a quick text or something, or find out how they got connected with you, and then we'll make sure that that connection's there and let you know, hey, your friend George just called us and out of the blue. Didn't know if you knew that or not, so we'll let you know.
And that's really what I can see people doing. I can definitely utilize you as one of my tools.
Absolutely.
So being that way, they may not always communicate with me first once they make the decision to utilize you.
That's what was that. Were you referred by anybody?
And so they have that opportunity to tell you at that time.
Exactly.
We could also, something I've been thinking about, use Calendly, automatically schedule them into the advisor's calendar and put just small information so that I myself would know, but it's easy for you to streamline. The biggest important part of the three-way call, because there's a lot of fraud going around, and we don't know. We're on the phone, I want to make sure that, hey, I'm talking to who I'm talking to, and it's coming from the realtor. If that makes sense.
Absolutely.
So,
Shantae had a question. Jim says, can you explain more about if someone wants to buy land and build a house on the land? Would the loan include the land as well as the building the home, or is it separate?
It would be. Basically, yes. That's a loaded question, and it depends a lot. They'd have to qualify to buy the land first, so we'd have to look at the qualifications. If they don't qualify, then we have to work on that first. And then once they get qualified, they want to build a house from scratch, then yes, we can go ahead and acquire the land and do a construction to perm loan for them, so that they can go ahead and get that done. Now, if they need down payment assistance, and that's something we have to look at as well. If they don't need down payment assistance, then we can work with them on maybe even a lower credit score too.
So I think to your question, Shantae, if a person is going to buy the land first, that's a separate loan.
It is a separate loan.
Yeah, that's a separate loan for the land that they will be holding, and then for the construction, that's another separate loan. But when you go permanent financing,
Right.
then you put them all together.
Yeah, exactly. So here's the thing: if they come through us, they're probably not, unless they're already qualified. They wanted to use our commercial side or our for-profit, our GRP Community Lending. Then we can help them with that. We can buy a land. If they want to hold the land for a while before they build, then that's a different type of a loan. If they want to buy some land to build on, then we can. It's a different type of a loan as well too. So it depends upon what they want to accomplish. If they come to us through the counseling, then we'll make sure first off they can qualify for the land and the house together, and then we'll do the whole package as well. Because if they want to move into a house, then have something there besides just the land. So we're going to do both together. So
You got options.
So
Yes.
Shantae, did that answer your question?
Yes,
awesome. Thank you, Shantae.
thank you.
Any other questions? I'm ready to eat. They're ready to eat, Jeff.
I think they're ready to eat.
You can't check.
Yes,
Can anybody go through the program even if they are already qualified? Just to
Absolutely.
further their education.
absolutely. Yeah, here's the thing too. The program is not, it's for anybody who wants to learn about the process. If you're a 7-figure income earner, but you have a high DTI score, maybe you've leveraged your whole life, but you're still making a lot of money, the program's for you too. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're having difficulty getting a loan for whatever reason, we can assist you with that. And if it's just for educational purposes, absolutely, absolutely, we'd be happy to work with it.
$295.
$295 wouldn't.
They can learn whatever they want. Right?
Exactly. We'll help them out.
Especially,
$295 like per person, like say you have.
It's per household. Per household. It's $295 if you got 50 people in your family or you got one. Doesn't matter.
And
Just
everybody gets access to the education.
well, we're going to work with the people who are going to be on the loan itself. So if it's the mom and dad or whatever, then we'll work with them. Whoever's going to be on the loan, that's the people we're going to be focused on. And then, and if the kids are interested, they'll jump in on the Zoom. They'll, hey, what about this, mom? What about this, dad, or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
No, that's always kind of fun too.
my current clients, my name is Mike Wazowski. Mike Wazowski.
From Monsters Inc.
Yeah. The kids, the relationship as I'm counseling, the relationship has grown that much. The biggest thing is credit. DTI could be very easy to get down, cost of living, building, statement, what that looks like. But the level of integrity, we educate around credit, how credit works, due date, report dates, closeout dates, Sage Stream, LexisNexis, it goes all the way up. Education on those credit bureaus to help these non-qualified buyers get qualified 30, 60, 90, 15 weeks, depend on where they are. That's how fast we're coming in, out, in. You guys are closing 5 to 6. So does it make sense?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
we find the shortest path to home ownership for your clients. That's our focus. We don't want to keep them in there for 12 months.
Right.
They don't have to. It's up to them, but we'll work with them to get them back to you as fast as possible with a loan and ready to go, down payment assistance if they qualify or if they need it, and back to you. And all you got to do is find some homes for them to look at, pick out one, put it on the
The fun
contract, and let's
part.
do it.
Mhm.
Pardon?
The fun part.
The fun part. And we're gonna make it fun. It's gonna be a festive, it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be a party, it's gonna be a lot of celebration. And we're gonna have fun on the phone or on the Zoom, talking to them and welcoming them to the party. It's gonna be exciting. And closing is gonna be crazy. Closing is gonna be crazy because they're gonna bring all their family with them. It's gonna be like, oh my God, this is great. It's gonna be a blast. Yep. Get ready to have some tears, man. It's gonna be fun. Yep. So my question to you is, who's going to be the first one to bring us a plan?
Phone call from maybe, yeah. Most definitely.
All right. How soon? How soon? I want to hold you to it. How soon?
First, you gotta sign with us.
Okay, well, hurry up.
There's that.
Get that. You want a pen?
Okay. Right. Yeah, no, so.
Awesome. Awesome. That sounds good. I encourage each of you to take this seriously because when you fill your pipeline up with these people, they're going to come right back to you, fully qualified, and you're going to be closing. And that's what we want to have happen. Yep. Awesome. Michael, thank you for the invitation. I sure appreciate it,
You
man.
guys for coming. I think it's a
Absolutely.
great resource, great tool.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys don't have to run off if you don't want to. I'll officially close things out on the Zoom and then everybody can start making their way to get some sandwiches.
All right.
Do you
Sounds
have
good.
cards
All right.
or?
You guys have
Yes.
any other questions? You guys good on the Zoom? We're gonna wrap it up. Y'all for getting on.
Nice call.
Thank you.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I love that.